and they have the spaces that if you want to do camping, you can bring your tents and do camping right by the beach. And also, when I mention this, I also suggest to my guests to don't forget their shovels. Why shovels? The thing is that in this area, in La Jolla, if you dig about 4 feet, you can actually get to hot springs and you can make your own little jacuzzi right by the beach. So it's really, really cool. Also, if in this area, guys, if you guys pay attention, this is a perfect area to see how the Bay of Ensenada has kind of like a semicircle, a U shape. Okay, if you follow the whole coastline with your eyes, you will be able to see how it makes like a little turn. That is exactly what an ensenada is. Ensenada is a bay surrounded by mountains on 3 sides, and this is a perfect area to actually see that. Okay, and guys, let me share also a really quick piece of history with you guys about the bay, about the Bay of Ensenada. And the Bay of Ensenada got discovered in 1542 by Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo. He was the first man to navigate the upper and lower coastlines of California. He was actually the person that discovered San Diego as well, but that's another story. He arrived here on September 17, and he named the Bay of Ensenada San Mateo, San Matthew. That was the very first, I can say, official name of Ensenada, because let's keep in mind we also had the natives, which were the Paipais, Quilihuas, Cucapas, and Cochimis, and they used to call this area high tide, which means deep water. Okay, and so anyways, Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo arrived here September 17. He names the area San Mateo, but he only stays here for about 8 days. After this, he takes off. The place is left behind for about 60 years until General Sebastián Vizcaíno was looking for a shelter for the Galeones de Manila. He arrives here to the area, rediscovers and renames the bay. Since he arrived here November the 1st, which is the Day of the Saints, he names the Bay of Ensenada Ensenada de Todos Santos. Throughout time, Ensenada's name has been changed or modified a couple of times, and the main reason for this is because in the next state down, Baja California Sur, we have another Todos Santos, so they didn't want to be mistaken one for another. So throughout time, they decided to just keep it simple, Ensenada, and to not take the Todos Santos completely away from the bay. That's why they named the island right in the middle, Isla de Todos Santos, which, by the way, I forgot to mention earlier when I was actually pointing it out to you. The island right in the middle of the bay is also one of the stages for the worldwide surf contest. Okay, and check out those big circles on the water. You see them, the orange-looking ones. Okay, I told you that another one of the main economic activities here in Ensenada was also the fishing. Those circles you see on the water are bluefin tuna. Okay, those are the fish farms, and it is mainly bluefin tuna. In this area, guys, I know the bluefin tuna is a deep sea fish. On this area of the Pacific, they happen to come up a little higher. They trap them easier. They keep them in farms until they're big enough to get exported mainly to Japan. Each tuna piece can be worth from 300 to 4 grand. A lot of money. If you know a little bit about fish, you know the bluefin tuna is not a small fish. It's actually the size of a big white shark. Okay, and 85% of the catches go to Japan. The other 50% gets distributed between Canada, US, and Mexico. The ironic part about this, though, is that the bluefin tuna is actually born in Japan. They migrate, we catch them, we grow them, and then we send them back and we get some money. And that's how it works, okay? I mentioned, guys, that we don't have an international airport, so to actually send them to Japan, we have to take the fish to San Diego and get them exported from there, okay? Of course, before they do this procedure where they freeze the fish to make sure that it gets as fresh as possible over there. The most expensive fish that has gotten out of here, of the Bay of Ensenada, got sold in an auction in Japan for $1.5 million.
Wow.
Okay? And by the way, guys, since we are right in front of the Pacific Ocean, let me also tell you that we also count with the migration of gray whales. They come all the way from Alaska down south to Laguna Ojo de Liebre to mate, to have the babies. And the reason why they go down there to that area is because of the large concentration of salt we have. It allows the mating to be easier once the baby is born. It helps it float, catches birds' breath. They stay there with kind of like a grandma or a nanny, one of the oldest whales, until they're strong enough or have gained that body fat to support the cold temperatures back in Alaska. The whale watching season starts in December and it can go through March, sometimes even April, depending on the weather. Okay, this is one of my favorite viewpoints of the Bay of Ensenada. Okay, check out our beautiful, beautiful bay. And since we are getting, guys, close to La Bufadora, let me start giving you a couple of recommendations about the area. Number one, I will start with the water, okay? Because I know for a fact that as soon as you told a friend, a cousin, a neighbor, you know what? The cruise ship is also going to do a quick stop in Ensenada, Mexico. When you say this, immediately, people's like, don't drink the water, okay? I'm pretty pretty sure you heard it before, and that is about correct. Okay, don't drink the water, the tap, the faucet. Okay, the thing is that yes, our water is not good for you because it has too many minerals. The safest thing to do is buy a sealed water bottle. That's why I was mentioning at the beginning of the tour also about the purified ice. It's the same issue. Okay, the water is from our tap, from the faucet. It has too many minerals. Also, because in this area, in La Bufalora, we don't have plumbing system to use the restroom.